BTS'S faces allegedly violates military training rules. Formal complaint filed. Thailand fans demand apology from Hybe for allegedly disparaging Blackpink's Lisa. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to discuss some recent news regarding BTS member Kim Taehyung, also known as V, and his mandatory military service in South Korea. Stay tuned and watch till the end. As most fans are aware, all able-bodied South Korean men are required to serve in the military for about 18 to 21 months once they turn 18 years old. However, there are some exceptions made for athletes and entertainers who have brought honor to their country. BTS was granted an exemption that allowed them to delay their enlistment until they turned 30 years old. The oldest member of BTS, Jin, will turn 30 later this year in December. So the debate around when and how BTS will serve has been a big topic of discussion in both the Korean entertainment industry and among ARMY. While nothing has been officially announced yet, it's widely expected that Jin will be the first member to enlist, and it happened by the end of 2022. However, it was recently reported that a formal complaint has been filed alleging that Taehyung violated some of the rules and regulations during his 5-week training period with the 8th Division earlier this year in May. Now, before we dive into the specifics of this complaint and the allegations, let's do a quick recap of why exactly Taehyung underwent military training in the first place. As an entertainer who received an exemption to delay his enlistment, the rules state that Taehyung is still required to complete the baseline 5-week training that all new military recruits go through. While he won't be serving the standard 1.5 to 2-year period of active duty like other new recruits, this training allows him to technically fulfill part of his military obligations. The 5-week program provides basic military education and qualifying scores on various combat skills, like rifle marksmanship. It's meant to help prepare and evaluate new recruits before they are assigned to specific units for active service. Taehyung completed this training from May 9th to June 14th alongside other new recruits at the 8th Division base in Yongkyeong County. However, it seems that during his time there, a fellow new recruit has alleged that Taehyung received preferential treatment and violated certain rules intended for equitable training amongst all participants. Specifically, the complaint claims that 1. Taehyung was allowed special accommodation and separate lodging away from other recruits during overnight stays at the base. As all recruits are meant to stay in barracks together, this gave Taehyung an unfair advantage. 2. He was often seen using his personal mobile phone during non-training hours when recruits are supposed to turn them in. Again, this is against protocol. 3. Taehyung missed or was late to several morning roll calls and formations. Tardiness and absences are serious offenses during basic training. 4. Superiors went easy on correcting or disciplining Taehyung when he made mistakes, whereas other recruits faced punishment like push-ups or extra duties. 5. At the conclusion of training, Taehyung's results and qualifying scores seemed artificially inflated compared to his actual performance abilities witnessed by other recruits during exercises. The anonymous complainant claims this preferential treatment defeated the entire purpose of equitable and standardized training that the military is meant to provide every new recruit regardless of background. They argue Taehyung's celebrity status allowed him exceptions from rules that would have resulted in punishment for ordinary citizens. In response, the military said they would investigate the allegations but did not confirm or deny the specific complaints as fact. Representatives from both the 8th Division and the Defense Ministry told reporters they aim to operate training programs with fairness, equality, and integrity. They promised transparency regarding any findings from their internal review. As for Taehyung and his agency Big Hit Music, they have not issued an official statement on the complaint as of now. However, Taehyung did publicly thank the 8th Division in a handwritten letter after completing his training back in June. In it, he expressed gratitude for the valuable lessons and experiences gained during the intensive program. So, in summary, an anonymous complaint was filed alleging preferential treatment and rule violations during Taehyung's mandatory military training earlier this year. The military will investigate but has not confirmed or denied the claims. Both sides have remained tight-lipped pending results. Now, as an ARMY myself, I want to offer some perspective on this sensitive issue from all sides. Firstly, I don't actually know all the facts yet since this just began. So it's important not to make premature judgments before the investigation concludes. However, I can understand why these allegations would upset both fans and anti-fans alike. For ARMY, the unfair criticism towards our beloved Taehyung feels unjustified without clear proof. Meanwhile, non-fans argue celebrities already receive leniency through military exemptions, so special treatment during training itself is unacceptable. At the same time, we must acknowledge Taehyung voluntarily went through this difficult program, which most celebrities would pay to avoid. Also, being an idol, he likely faced extra pressure, scrutiny, and lack of privacy compared to ordinary recruits. His commitment to serve deserves respect regardless of these allegations. Furthermore, we've seen how the military aims to balance obligations with the cultural and economic value BTS brings to Korea internationally. So some leeway seems understandable from their perspective too. Ultimately, the truth will come out once the investigation concludes. But as with any public figure, celebrities are easy targets for both praise and criticism disproportionate to facts. So a level-headed, evidence-based approach is wisest here in my opinion rather than sweeping assumptions or judgments in any direction. All we can do for now is wait patiently, keep an open yet understanding mind, and avoid unnecessary polarized debates online. As new information emerges, the reality will become clearer over time. But beyond that, I believe handling this matter responsibly reflects the best of ARMY's positive values as a fandom. Moving forward, the impending enlistments of BTS pose many questions still awaiting answers. How long will active service be adjusted or reduced given BTS contributions to the Hallyu wave? Which member will go first after Jin? How will fan support and the group's promotional activities be maintained during hiatuses? Clearly, the military and government aim to coordinate enlistments strategically to minimize cultural and economic impacts. But they must also uphold service obligations and set appropriate precedents. It will be an ongoing balancing act navigating both traditions and new realities, and I'm curious to see the solutions found. I wanted to provide an overview and analysis of the ongoing online protest movement happening amongst Thailand's large K-pop fanbase. Specifically, many Thai ARMY and K-pop fans have been voicing frustration and discontent towards HYB, the parent company of BTS agency Big Hit Music, over issues around concert planning and communication. This protest movement has been trending heavily on Thai's social media platforms.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.